And well, who would have guessed 9:30 rolls around, the train's not there. And I'm already packing up. I told you, I don't want to be Captain Obvious, but I don't think the train's gonna show up. So I pack up, and then as soon as we get on the road, I told Ken that I left because I was, I've been I was texting all night, and he's like, "Well, I just passed the detector 5 minutes ago." I'm like,
"Oh, really?"
I didn't even care. I could have told Anna we could have 100% turned around. I was cold and I was hungry. Still haven't even had supper. So I just said, well, whatever, man.
Did we lose that container with all the rail makers?
No. If you wanted, you were looking for, you should just said so. I would have grabbed it for you.
That's what I was looking for. Okay. And
I'm a little bit of an expert myself.
You know what the Gorilla Glue is?
The what?
Gorilla Glue?
When did we have Gorilla Glue down here?
For a long time.
I don't know. I remember seeing anything like that.
Super glue?
I know we have some type of glue somewhere. I don't know. I got super glue.
Okay.
That'll work.
Yep.
It's ironically yours as well. It's the type of stuff where if you get it on, you gotta see a mortician or something.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever the hell that's supposed to mean. If I was a staple, where would I be? Probably in the foam. No, but I'm right here. Never even heard of this brand.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't even know how you begin to pronounce that. Someone's making permanent changes already. Is that white stuff gonna dry clear?
Yeah. It's just white almost new.
Oh. Doesn't take much more than that, huh?
Well, that's just to kind of hold it down for the moment. Excuse me.
I'll pop a bubble with these. Oh, it didn't work too well. That's my tool. Now you're stealing my tools. That is not nice. Thank you, my good sir. My tool. My pick.
I'll actually look over there. Leave me here for a minute.
Okie doke. You have fun with that, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know what else I'm supposed to say. Yeah. Why did your furnace have to be such a prick? I was really looking forward to trying a train
What time?
today.
Okay.
Shit. Unfortunate series of events. What up to your furnace? How are the kitty cats doing?
All right.
Being the little shits that they always are gonna be.
Oh yeah.
How was it last night?
Everybody was in bed with me.
See, I told you. I did tell you they're all gonna be cuddling. Trying to stay warm. It was going to be a staple there, but it's kind of just an imprint. It's not actually there. Yeah, I don't know what the hell happened with Grandpa Mark. He said he's gonna. I guess he has another transformer upstairs. Because I guess the bigger ones or the older ones or something, they usually. Well, I guess they all typically make a noise when they're powered. I know ours does, but not much. Well, his makes quite a bunch of noise. And you gotta keep in mind this thing's over 60 years old.
Oh, sure.
And I guess he has another one upstairs that he told me he's gonna bring down and try and hope not really much else he can do. But I don't know.
Well, hopefully he gets it working.
I think so too. The thing is we got it working last year. And it ran perfectly fine. As soon as we got it connected, it started running instantly. No issues whatsoever. And now it's like, I don't know.
Do we have any of those track nails left?
Track nails?
Yeah.
Ugh. I have no idea.
Okay.
To be completely honest, I have no idea. Oh, sorry, staple. It feels like there should be a support in this middle. I see you, Mr. Staple. So Monday, what time are you thinking?
Anywhere between like 4:30 and 5:30, unfortunately.
Oh, right, you're going to be working, right?
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Gotta love it, huh?
Do you? You really have to love it?
I mean, I heard it makes your job a lot easier if you just be happy at your job, or at least try. It just makes the day go by better or something. I don't know. I guess it just helps to try and have a positive outlook on stuff like that.
I know. I was just messing around.
I know.
Talking shit.
You doing that? No. Not early. You would never.
Not talking this shit.
Why would he ever do something so foul? So, I'm going to hope and pray that tonight the train actually shows up.
No.
I mean, it did show up last night, but it wasn't on time. So, well, I guess I can't say that it's not a passenger train, but just like Amtrak, it's never on time. That's all I heard from Nana last night. Every time it's late, she always says how it would be nice if it was on a set schedule. I'm like, you do realize that's like impossible to do, right? So I came home and I had my well-needed warm supper and I fell asleep shortly afterwards. I had nothing else better to do. Oh, don't want to do that. There we go. Obviously, we're not going to get to the bridge today. Poor thing. It's just waiting to be extracted and put in museum. Dinosaur bone museum. We'll call a guy over here to examine it. Be like, well, it's not a fossil, but it was sure in some stone, like a fossil would be. Therefore, we've been led to believe that it's a dinosaur bone. Because, you know, dinosaurs had trains too.
You're referring to dinosaur train?
Yep. Dinosaur train. If that TV show has taught me one thing, it's trains have been around for the longest period of time and we just never realized it. They really were the ones that came up with the wheel in the first place. So what's that other black train supposed to be? I can't help but notice it doesn't have a tender.
Yeah, just another slipper.
Oh. Totally forgot he was going into the steam era. Like steam. You know your father.
Toothpick, maybe?
Got toothpicks upstairs. I don't know what the hell happened with those wheels. They might even still be in the track. You know. If I learned one thing from this layout, it's not be surprised. I've been at Bruce Steele's for the track for a long time, days. I think I'm all called up. I'm just waiting for you to move the hell out of the way. Yes, I can't get that. I get that. It's like someone standing right there. Very using a lot of glue. Toothpicks. Okay. I want to go opposite of the old crackhead. I seriously have no idea. I know exactly what you're talking about, but where it went, they probably all ended up on the floor, and everything that ends up on the floor gets swept away. That's something. We're going to again, even we extract the cross. Oh yeah, there actually is a few in here that already got up.
Are there?
Yeah. I just need to separate it.
Or I just need like one or two right now.
I can't really.
But if you can see them, you can get them. There you go. There you go.
Three? One or two, well, guess what? You got three, so. Ugh. No.
That's it. Hammer.
Yeah. It's hammer time.
It's hammer time.
I'm just gonna say it now. The foam looks really weird.
Yeah, I really thought it was corkboard.
Yeah. Somebody's not saying I don't like it. I'm just saying it's.
I don't.
You don't.
No.
Who doesn't like it? What do you live box? Box of what?
Box just said you have to cut the nails and stuff with it.
That'd be over there on the floor. It's a John Deere. All the original track, you can tell what all the tiny pieces. Well, I think yesterday was the longest time we were
It was.
4 hours. You know, I didn't realize it until I lay down from the bed and I'm like, I'm actually really tired. I didn't even do anything. You know what I did? I was downstairs for like 4 hours. But apparently that's just enough to make me really tired. It just so happens. More hyper apps. Why not? Kind of skipped a lot of that yesterday because my phone decided it wanted to be on low percentage. Wait,
Yeah.
there. That is really cool. It's definitely a lot more better than seeing. It's like Hawaii Winter State has jointed rail. Like this is the smooth rail. Like when you go to Minota, when you go to the defect tender, that's what this is.
So, skills.
Put it that way.
But be careful when you put it, because it will shift from there. See how the side's longer?
Yeah. I can feel it just by doing it. That is really cool. It's a weird feeling.
Yep.
It is. It's cool. It's nice to finally have Flex Track. Been talking about it for so long. Look there. Look at there. You know what that is? That's Flex Track. Been a long time coming.
Yes.
See, now it feels like we're getting somewhere because now it's starting to look like a layout just because it has train tracks on it. This is a good start.
What I want to do is get the track formed and get it formed, cut and soldered in large sections. That's why I'm just using the PVA glue, just to hold it in place, and the nails to kind of keep it shifted. So we'll take that out. In fact, I think we might. I don't know. We're short on cash. One and quarter.
I'm always running short on cash. I don't have a job. Well,
That's an issue.
yeah, a big one too.
Hey, we'll try this transformer. The transformer.
Yeah. I'm just trying to figure out how that's supposed to connect to each other. It's weird. I thought usually each scale images that have a tender, I thought they usually come connected. Because, you know, that's how it is in real life.
You know what this is?
Boy.
It's a paperclip.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. This was a connector that wasn't there, that isn't anymore.
So what is that possibly your father's doing?
I think it's just a kind of honestly a garbage throwaway train.
Oh, and of course he gave it to you. You're so honored that he gave you the widgets you didn't want. You put it that way because it sounds so nice. We like our steam engines here.
Which was power here.
Not cheap.
Well, she wants to run.
It's at 100 right now.
It's zero.
Why do they both say 100?
Quarter reverse.
Oh.
It's going to crank her up forward.
Right.
Well, I'm getting connections. Yeah, we're good.
Oh, this one. Even though it's literally the same exact thing, except this one's red.
It's also very beat up.
A little bit.
I don't know. What? Crack it open.
I didn't even check it.
Yeah, I did.
I didn't power it yet. I was waiting for you to tell me that.
Oh, go ahead.
Well, that's a shocker. Oh.
Really, what? It's dirty.
Yeah.
But if you look at them, they are different. Well, I guess not exact same mold. I thought the hoods were different.
You think they would have been?
Cool. I'm gonna unplug that.
Alright. Still cool though. We definitely do not have enough steam engines. Because we literally have like not. Well, I guess we have two now. Is that seriously the first two steamers part of this collection?
I think so.
Now that's an accomplishment. Should make a flag. City has awarded you. Oh yeah, I built the RV.
I saw that.
It's really, really bored.
Looks good.
It does. It's an RV. You probably cook meth out of it. And baby's driving a course.
Mm-hmm.
And them two just he's 1 year old, he's old enough to learn to drive the RV. Look how happy he looks in there. I think he knows what he's doing. He can't see over the steering wheel, but I think he knows what he's doing.
That's what booster seats are for.
Exactly. Now there is one issue I have with the RV. I don't really think we can put it next to trains because there's a very no noticeable size difference. Like this isn't even funny size difference. Well, the train is longer.
Oh, damn it.
What's that?
These are like cutting wheels at home.
Oh,
Oh, wait. Oh, I have this one set.
it's the size difference. Now we can put Lego Star Wars on the Lego Breaking Bad reference. And so, okay, because we make so many references to Breaking Bad, we are going to do that on our layout.
Okay.
Just have the RV somewhere, not necessarily have it like in process of having the meth being
Could
cooked.
have some guys in like hazmat suits around it or something.
Exactly.
Have it at the junkyard.
Oh, jeez. That would actually make a lot of sense. Well, then if we put it at the junkyard, then we can't put the hazmat guys there because they would never cook from the junkyard unless they had to. But Staple, I'm going to evict you. Just so happens. Is that gold or is that just really shiny yellow?
We're all press.
Oh, well, shit.
I just watched this really neat video of this guy that's all into like old machines and stuff, like steam engines and things, like clocks and like lamps and things like that.
Okay.
And there was an old steam engine that was the water pump for this town in Maine. I'm sorry, in Massachusetts.
Oh, Massachusetts.
And it hadn't ran in like fucking 100 years, honestly. And or it hadn't ran since right before World War II.
Oh.
And the guy that was in charge of it, like, because they were doing the scrap drives during World War II. And so he closed up the building and he made it kind of a secret. And the only people that knew about it were people in the town's engineering department, and only a select few of them throughout the years, like this secret group. And they go through and they polish the brass and they, make sure everything was okay in the building. Well, when this guy that restores these things found out about it, he starts calling around and he talked to the mayor. And the mayor, like the first time he was at the building, and this is a mayor that served 8 terms, okay? He walked in and the first thing he said was, "How is it that I did not know that this was in my town?" Excuse me.
How do you get all up in my business?
I was actually going to tell you, don't worry about working right here, right now. is.
But like
You're all
this.
over my business.
Oh, okay. So I'm in your business.
Oh, kind of.
Oh. Yeah, but God forbid you're in my business. Turn the correct way. Why? Make the what?
So it's at the correct length. See how when it curves? When it curves, okay,
Mm-hmm.
the outside curve is longer than the inside curve. It takes a longer distance to travel along here than it does there. Since the track is the same length and I turned it, so the track pushed out.
Oh.
So I had to cut a little bit of the track off.
A little off the top.
A little off the top.
He's got a date tomorrow and make him look good, okay? I guess you probably sue us, you never know. So how's your dad doing?
Oh, pretty good. He stopped by. Actually, would have left a few minutes earlier if it hadn't been for him.
Good. Right. What about your stepmom?
Oh, she's doing great.
I don't remember her name.
Jolene.
Jolene.
Jolene. J-U.
Jolene. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like Julie. In fact, one of our friends called her Julie.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now we're gonna do something real fucking special here.
I'm gonna make a piece of straight track, curved track.
We're gonna make two pieces of track, one track.
Oh yeah, I guess you did have this with you the whole time, you solder. I honestly completely forgot about everything that was on that tote. It was random stuff as far as I was last concerned.
Yeah, I'm really gonna have to get down here and organize stuff.
Mm-hmm. Well, you are down here. You're just, this is not the time to
We've
do
always
all
been
this.
doing stuff, you know.
Well, there's just so much to do.
Yeah.
So that's gonna seriously bend to make that whole curve.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not doubting the flex track. It's just I've never really
Never
worked.
seen it, yeah.
I've never worked with flex track.
Never really worked the track, have it?
No, I quite
I
like
mean,
it.
this is all kind of new to you.
I mean, I've been around track plenty of times,
Yeah.
but like this is different.
This is different.
I work in the maintenance away department. They don't even do this shit.
Hold this straight. Hold this just tight right there.
Something is warm and hot near my hand. I do believe it's the thing.
Let's see. Here you go.
What'd you do?
Just push the track to make sure it brought up nice and tight.
Well, I couldn't see. I had my own hands in the way.
Okay.
Okay.
And brands, because I'm just already throwing all kinds of shit on top of it.
Add. Already making a mess.
Yeah.
Just got here. These look more like knives than scissors. Blade, please.
The hammer.
The hammer is right there.
Oh.
Yeah, paper. No one's ever useful. Ouch. I'll take it back. I'm sorry. No, I think that this styrofoam is probably going to look a lot better on all the track is actually on.
I mean, we're just gonna have to live with it. You know what? If we want to, we can always turn the track.
Exactly. But who wants to do that again? We already did that once, and what happened? This is what people have.
installation wasn't such a big process. How long would it say too soon your furnace is all fixed then?
No,
No?
no,
You guys-
we've identified what the problem is not, what the problem is. We know what the symptom is.
No.
We just don't necessarily know exactly what the problem is.
Those two guys do. They came over.
Some measurements, measure levels, things like that.
Well,
Basically all the repetitive stuff I did, just at a higher level of skill, more equipment. And, so get the new igniter. And, once you get that in, so you have that in, then, they're gonna come back with, something to measure and see if the
oh,
really?
to a shocker, absolutely nobody. That's what dogs do. They tend to bark a lot. You know what these makes really easy? Is it something you can teach yourself, or is it better to be taught by someone else?
I was half taught myself and half, taught myself else. But generally, first thing you want to do is have a better solder. That's what I've done.
Looks like it's doing a job.
Have a bright solder. The application.
Now you're just beating yourself up for nothing.
No, it's really good for bright solder. Smaller with electronic solder.
It's that leaky stuff that when it drips, anything other than what we're working on is like melted aluminum. Or liquid aluminum. Oh, liquid metal.
When it's melted, it's liquid. Primary states of matter.
Liquidation. Like what happened to Kyle? All the tracks about liquidated.
Yeah, I suppose I would have stuck in there. This thing was pretty cheap. And the solder's too thick. Like this is for a plug.
And that's exactly what it was used for. Actually, it's funny you mentioned that. Doesn't that mean it'll just work out better in the future?
No, it's too big, it's too thick. Needs to be ran at a higher temperature.
Oh, yeah, I guess you weren't using the little thing for when you were working with that. This is what the real companies do. They sometimes like to try something fire. That's for a completely different reason from what we're using it for. I can go grab the Fortnite I have upstairs and we can actually build this bitch. It's probably the strangest thing I own, so I'm not gonna get rid of that for a while. I don't know, it's cool.
It's what you just have, I got some.
I don't even know if it is thermite. I think it's more or less the melt, but I mean, when you heat it up enough, it melts stuff together. But it might as well be thermite because what does thermite do when it gets hot? It melts things, but
You'll probably use the right to use that to both tracks.
bullshit. I'm in possession of thermite. Maybe like Call of Duty, I can throw that slug and lit on fire until it died.
This is not good.
You know, looks like it's working to me.
solder. So, very local.
I think I know a place that sells some.
Yeah, I wish they did.
What do you mean you wish they did?
I wish they sold what I'm looking for. They never have it in stock when I go looking for it.
Oh,
See, like it like came on one side.
that's not nice of it to do.
No, it's driving me in the ass.
Maybe that's what it just wants to be when it goes up and trying to paint someone's ass. The other side's holding pretty well, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
I think that
I
means,
can work with this.
I think that means that someone else
There's the brands there, or underneath the drill. Maybe like 3 to start. Yeah,
is doing
that's fine.
Other side is like really clean. This is kind of a water. I trust you with solder. But you've done this type of stuff before
Well, sure.
on bigger appliances, but who cares? You can drive a truck, you can drive anything, you can solder. I mean, you can probably solder track. So Monday, obviously you're gonna be exhausted from work depending on how it goes, but knowing PPG, it's gonna be one of those days.
Yeah.
How much you think we'll get done?
We'll get here, we'll lay out a few pieces of track. I'm gonna search my house. I already got some better solder.
I was gonna say, is the main thing I'm asking is what are we gonna get done Monday, I think?
Probably just lay a couple pieces of track and
Until the weekend rolls around, it's
yeah.
just small quantities of stuff we could do.
yeah.
It still feels like Sunday. I know, it's Saturday.
Yeah, it is. It's incredible.
I hope it's Saturday because you don't want to sound stupid on camera, but last I checked. No, I'm not going over here to check. I'm going over here to check on the hyperlapse. I saw a railroading quote that actually made a lot of sense to me. The best way to get the train to show up is by leaving your spot.
Huh.
And guess what? Yeah, it's correct.
I bet that felt pretty true to you.
Yeah, especially last night. What are you gonna do? What are you going to do? The answer is nothing. You can't do anything about it. But if it was like the summertime, I'd be like, oh, well, I really don't care. But it's winter, it's 23
And it's
degrees,
getting very cold, yeah.
and it's like, I mean, I know it's completely my choice to go there at 6 o'clock at night, but the train is, supposed to be there between 6 and 9 o'clock. That doesn't mean it will show up. But
It's nice when it does. It's supposed to.
yeah, I mean, at least it showed up in general, but why did it have to show up 5 minutes after it left? It's like,
I mean, how many times has done that when I've been down there?
plenty of times.
Whereas I'm like, hey, I'm gonna go.
I'm like, okay. Why do you think I always try and get you to stay? What, you think I want to spend time with you? No, I want you to take me home. I'm gonna watch it.
You know what? I think you're lying to me.
I am, of course I am.
I think you're half lying to me. Yeah.
What do you mean? Why do you think I'm happy?
When say you just want me to take you home for the train. I don't necessarily think that's true, but I think you do.
Of course it isn't.
I think you do want me to stay the whole time.
Well, of course I do.
Yeah.
And then you leave me all alone in the darkness.
Oh, here you go, guilting me.
In the cold. You just started smoking on camera.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, who cares?
Am I in camera?
Yes.
Oh, a little bit, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe that's something I won't do.
Well, after yesterday, I can't really get in a deeper hole. I think we all remember the things that was said yesterday.
What?
You don't remember what happened yesterday?
Mm-mm.
Demonetization is what happened yesterday.
You said that.
Oh, hey. Your internet son's here.
Hey, what's up, DBC?
Imagine that. Imagine that. You've missed a little bit.
Yeah, we got a little bit of track laid, and I showed my lack of soldering skills with with solder that's way too thick of a core, and a soldering pencil that's garbage.
I mean, the one worked. The one side is perfectly fine. It's still holding on.
Mm-hmm.
Legend has it. You're actually working with brand new technology that we've never had before. It's FlexTrack. Darlene, do you want to explain FlexTrack for
Well,
shits and giggles?
FlexTrack, it looks like a 36-inch stick of regular Code 100 HO railroad. But on the back side, instead of the plastic and everything being all attached all the way through, it's every couple of ties on one side, there's a gap, and it alternates from side to side. That gives you a lot of curve. So instead of buying curved sections, you can really get complete customization out of your curves on your track. So you can have the exact radius that you want, and you can change the radius throughout it. You can do little wiggles and swiggles and stuff.
Whatever you want to do. And for instance, this is a normal piece of track you can buy that's curved.
Mm-hmm.
It makes it really easy if you have a really tight curve. Because I know the manufacturers, that's cool. Yeah, he likes it. He likes the FlexTrack.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
This is really inexpensive too. I mean, there were 5 pieces, and man, I don't remember. I think I paid like $30, maybe $25 for each box, which is really super cheap. My dad just sold me a box of Code 100 N-gauge track, nickel plated like this is, of FlexTrack, and that the box that he had like 25 pieces, and he gave me a huge deal on it. He gave me that for $90, and Walther's 110-foot turntable with the motor and lights and everything. He charged me $90, which is like half of what everything is worth.
Oh, we have a little bit of information on his layout.
Oh yeah.
It says his Norfolk Southern engine has a built-in radio of them talking to the yard. I gotta show you the video he made. Remember he was talking about that yesterday?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I actually took it upon myself, and I'm like, I got really curious. I'm like, you know what? I think I'm gonna figure out what I'm curious. Let's see if I can find it here. It'll take a few seconds. Going here, going here, going here, going here, going here. There we go. There we go. I think I'm getting somewhere. There you go, right here. Okay.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh, that's cool. You got the spotlight.
I've never seen an O-gauge modern diesel engine like that. I've only ever seen the older ones. Pretty cool.
Does the spotlight turn back and forth?
It should.
It looks like it is.
I think it'd be like medium classic. Nice one and everything.
It's got like the ready track.
Something easy.
You know, I don't have anything against it. It's just not something. if I'm making a layout, like I just want to go old school with the roadbed and everything. I want to have absolute control. Like I said, there isn't like flex track for the ready track, you know. So you're limited to the radiuses that they want, you know.
Yeah.
Plus, it's a lot more expensive. But I mean, the test circle I have is a ready track.
You're welcome, by the way. Thank you.
I bought that. You're welcome.
But I gave it to you.
Yes,
you wanted enough track for a circle, so
He gave me the track that I bought for us. Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. I know how much you like it. Your easy, fast track, whatever.
I like how it talks to the tower though. It's neat.
That's the thing that they really like to do with O-gauge engines, is have it say something.
Well, and you've got so much room for circuitry in there.
Oh my god, you do. I also have a steam engine with a horn and bell. My cars are 2 boxcars with an intermodal and caboose. I don't see a video of the steam engine, mister. You better get working on that now. Right, girl? You say you want to see the steam engine.
I want to see the steam engine.
See, now you have to do it. Now you have to listen to your internet father.
Okay.
Did I just step on a staple? No, I didn't. That was weird.
I thought it was-
Okay, it's in the background. He's gonna. Yep. Videos in progress.
Nice.
He'll make it. There you go. The background is not good enough. We need to see it running. Speaking of steam engine, Durley's father has just gifted us our 2 first steam engines. Durley, what are these again?
Just like 040s. I think technically, since there's no trucks in the front or back, what they'd actually be called is a 04. And they're just little switcher trains with like
Lightning's
slant back
kinda-
hoppers.
There you go. This one is ATSF, and this one's Pennsylvania. And the ATSF one actually comes with the tender, the fuel tender, and it's the slant back. That's what it's called, the
Yeah,
slant back.
Slant back, slope back.
Whatever, it's the same thing. I used to have one like that. Good taste.
Right now for operational diesel that I have, I just have an N gauge. I have a Reading Railroad or Pennsylvania Railroad. No, it's a Pennsylvania Railroad tender on a 060 switcher, and that's ATSF. That's for my N gauge layout.
And that is confusing. Now that is what we call foreign power, but back in the old
Yeah.
days. It's amazing. Think it's all set over there ready, Durley?
Yeah, I think I'm about ready to make a little bit more noise here.
Not noise.
Yes, noise.
Oh, that's what you call. Why does it do that?
Oh, I didn't cut that off. I cut it off.
I know. This part is. Why is it?
Because when you have a curve, you have 2 tracks along the same curve. The inside track is going to be shorter.
That's
The
what
trail
you
was
were
less
trying to
distance, yeah.
explain to me. Well, I didn't see what it looked like before you cut it off, so it's like. You gotta go with the questions
Well, there I go with the answers.
again. And the noise.
And the noise.
Sorry, guys. Move this to more safe locations since we don't really have any room for an engine right now.
Nope.
I mean, we do. There's track, but like, not in use. We'll get a portable derailleur and stick it on there. I don't know what that smell is. I don't like it. Weird.
Last night I started following my winner street on Facebook. Good. It's very good. It'll definitely help you out with some stuff. Like I said, most people they'll post stuff when it's like too late, but sometimes you'll get the right info at the right time. My only recommendations for having a better understanding of what's going on with trains is either a decent radio scanner, or if you don't want to have one, just go on the Facebook page, and typically if something interesting or someone gets a photo, they'll go ahead and post on there. So you get a lot of nice photos, but sometimes you get really great information. It's just, it's not really guaranteed. Durley's leaving. Where's he going? Where are you going, Durley? Okay. This is just, I don't know what the hell this thing is. I really don't like it. Speaking of, last night the train just decided it did not want to show until after I already left, because that's trains for you. Just thought I'd make that clear, because no, I did not forget to upload the video. There was no video, but hopefully tonight it will actually decide to make itself known. It was around probably 9:40 came through. I left at 9:30, of course, but I can only stay out for so long. If I had my own vehicle and didn't have to worry about curfew, I'd stay out there all night. But I'd have thermal and probably a heated blanket at that point in time. Because man, it is cold. Last night it was, I think, 22. Felt like 20. I was out there for 3 hours, enjoying life. I had on a long sleeve, a light sweatshirt, a heavy sweatshirt, and my brand new coat that I just bought from Rural King. It's a Carhartt. That's how you know it's going to be good. That was a birthday present from this guy called Me, Myself, and I. Not really much of a birthday present if you buy it yourself, but I needed a new coat, so I decided, I still have the money for now. Nice and safe in the other room. I'm gonna wash my hands because I don't know what that is, and I don't want it on my hands personally. I don't even know what the hell it is. It's concerning. But I guess I can grab this again. That's better. Now my hands are wet. So much better. Last summer, I was told a train hold on. I'm trying to do two things at once, and it's not good. Do not recommend it. Last summer, I was told in a park a BNSF worker are a bunch of clowns. What? Oh, interesting. Huh. Where is that at? That's good enough. I think I need to throw away anything else over here. All this is supposed to be here, I think. Not good enough for me. Union. Oh, yeah. I love Union, Illinois. I've been there once. I didn't even have all the information of what they even had there. Great place, though. It's about an hour and a half, probably way closer to 2 hour drive from here, depending on traffic, depending if we make any stops for food, for snacks, for anything. They did say CN sucks. Starting to sound like me. It really is. The NSF worker that hates CN may or may not be wearing a BNSF shirt. That doesn't mean I work for them, but it's a Halloween costume. How about that? But that's hilarious.
They have way too many engines there over in Union. That is just. If you really do want to go to heaven, go to Union, Illinois. It's train heaven. They have so much stuff from companies that don't even exist anymore, and they're always actively restoring some. Exactly. But really great place. I know the one thing you got to do if you really want to have a great time there is go there on their diesel days, and they'll be running trains. They have certain diesel days where because they just have so much they can't just run it all in one day because one, they only have so many tracks, and two, there's way too many trains and not that many people that volunteer there that can drive those trains. But I do know one of their diesel days is they had last year, I do believe. It was the Chicago Northwestern diesel days where, well, it's pretty self-explanatory. They brought out every single piece of Chicago Northwestern engine that they had, including the only surviving Dash 8s with the modern comfort cab, which I didn't know they had. That's the one thing I didn't know they had. They have two Chicago Northwestern Dash 8s, which if you don't know what that is, it's pretty much it's the earliest version of the modern day Gevo engines. They're either Dash 8s or the Dash 9s. I really don't know. It's one or the other, but we need to go back when it gets nicer out. But it's such a big place that they even had a night photo shoot on the Chicago Northwestern diesel days, and they got Union Pacific to give them the UP 1995 or the Chicago Northwestern Heritage Unit, which makes sense because Union Pacific actually owns the only live track near Union, Illinois, at the park, but you barely see any actual traffic, unfortunately. You see more of the museum than you do the actual Union Pacific, but it happens every now and then. I can definitely say that me and Durley, when we were there all day, there was no actual train. It was all just the museum's trains, but
They've got a Shay.
they do have a Shay locomotive. If you don't know what that is, it's a steam engine. Probably one of my more favorite ones. Wouldn't you say, Durley?
Oh yeah, definitely. It's. I mean, besides the big boy, the Shay. Well, the big boy. I mean, I realized the big boys were a line of trains, and so were the Shays and the Mesa Bogies and stuff. But just the style. What makes them unique is normally the cylinder on a steam engine, it goes forward and back. Whereas on a Shay, you have cylinders that go vertical, and then there's a gear drive that powers the wheels. And they use them for like logging trains and going up switchbacks up mountains. I've actually I rode the Shay at Cass Mountain in Virginia when I was over there as a kid. It was amazing. What'd they say?
What's larger, Union Pacific or BNSF? It depends. Like, are you asking who has more engines, who has more tracks? Because they are about the same size, but last I checked, BNSF has way more engines. But in terms of track, I don't know. That have to be something to look up.
I think UP wins on that one.
The tracks?
Fairly certain.
Probably. I wouldn't be surprised, honestly. More tracks. Oh, okay. Who has more tracks? Probably Union Pacific.
Yeah.
Let's be
But
honest
also,
here.
as far as like their company goes, they're more established. Like the name has been around a lot longer than BNSF.
Yeah, I mean, BNSF was kind of new, but Union Pacific's the only rail company that never merged to form Union Pacific. It always has been Union Pacific for over 160 years.
Mm-hmm.
Very impressive, actually.
Now, Charlie, I'm gonna have you do something for me here.
Nope.
See if it works.
What is this something, my good sir?
Well, I want you to bend to the track gently.
To align this.
Mm-hmm. Just gently, kind of follow the curve. There you go, like that. Yep. Nope. Didn't work. We'll leave it right there.
What happened?
Uh,
I heard the noise. And I said, nope.
happening is we're getting such a large outside radius with track and inside radius is getting smaller. I'm gonna go ahead and cut out a section here so the ends still line up. I'm just gonna cut it out right here.
I'm gonna go back and see what you said.
Okay.
Give me 1 second on that one. Let him cut. That engine that you were talking about is it's either a GP30 or GP40 for Buzzy Unison, which is a cement company over in Oglesby. And they also have a facility down in Texas. A little bit of a small industry. They have 2 engines. One is that yellow engine that kind of stands out. And the other one is I do believe it's a 65-ton middle cab, where, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. The cab is in the middle. It's actually really cool. I've never seen it in real life, but I do know Mark has seen it plenty of times. But they only own the 2 engines. They're the company that Iowa Interstate will bring cement cars from Utica that CSX made, and they'll take that back to their plant. And they actually run on the Illinois Central's Gruber line, which that bridge, the mile long, as everyone around here calls it, because it's supposedly a mile long. That bridge, the yard, and the line that goes all the way to their cement plant is all ex-Illinois Central / Illinois Central Gulf. And I say slash because they were still running trains on that line when they merged with Gulf. Not Gulf, it was something that had the name Gulf in it. They made Illinois Central Gulf. But that bridge has been around for about as long, probably since the 1800s, actually. And Illinois Central has had possession of it for a while, but and then they got bought out, merged, whatever, something happened to them. But the unfortunate thing is, if Illinois Central was its own single company, Illinois Central Gulf was, the Gruber line would have been abandoned anyway, because towards the end of their existence, it was kind of getting slow traffic anyway. But definitely would have been cool to see Illinois Central right there. What's bigger, Iowa Interstate or the Illinois Railway? Iowa Interstate for sure.
Oh, yeah, by far.
The Illinois Railway is just a leasing company that owns all the engines that you see around here that's labeled OMLX or whatever, like the Hudson Bay Railway. That is owned by the Illinois Railway. And they actually are so small that they only have 1 engine that is in their original paint scheme. And they also own I think it's an SD60M or SD60 Mac. And the only thing that is it's their color of blue. And it has the Illinois Railway logo on the nose, on the side. But that other engine that they have is the only one that actually is in their official paint scheme. That one was just something that they bought from someone else and repainted it. But they have a few engines. I know they own a SD70 Mac, which was a ex-Norfolk Southern. And they also own a ex-Union Pacific, which I do believe it is so old that it actually said Union Pacific on the nose instead of the Union Pacific shield. Because that's what UP's paint scheme was back in the day. It said Union Pacific on the side, even said it on the nose. But judging by the patch that they had to do, does Iowa Interstate go to Ottawa? Yes. They go right past Utica. They go through all of that. So that would be going through right through Ottawa, right through Seneca, Manuka, basically all the cities up there towards Blue Island, they go through the majority of them. That's why they call CSX every time, because CSX has a yard in Ottawa, and it's actively usually has someone doing some type of work there. And speaking of Ottawa, if you're over there by the recycling facility and you go over two crossings, one of them is actually the Illinois Railway, and then the other one is CSX. You can even see the official sign that says CSX Ottawa Yard. It's a really cool place. That's actually where they house the engines to for the Utica job that they do every now and then, where they put those cars down for Iowa Interstate to grab. God damn it, Burley.
It's not what I wanted to happen.
I can tell. You know how difficult these things are to pick up?
Yes,
These really tiny pieces of shit.
I'm so grateful to do it.
Look, I'm just supposed to leave them down here on the floor. I could.
Good.
I'll leave all the bad ones on the floor. Nah.
We're gonna use even the bad ones
Oh, that's not.
until we can replace them. We're actually gonna have to buy like a whole big pack of the connectors anyway.
I've never even seen what that pack. How much usually?
I'm sorry?
Pack. Said how many usually come in a pack?
Oh, much. Maybe.
50.
Yeah.
That's not that much. 50 is like 50.
That's 100% correct, Charlie.
I'm just so smart sometimes.
You are.
Ugh. God, these things really did go everywhere. They kind of bounce. Okay, I think I got all of them. If I didn't, I think we'll be fine for the time being.
Yeah. It'll be okay.
Now I'm just gonna do this for safety precautions.
Look at that. If it falls, you put a lid on it. Does Iowa Interstate go across tracks that Amtrak go through? No. Iowa Interstate, CSX, and Amtrak never cross each other, actually. Well, Iowa Interstate and CSX will cross each other, but last I checked, I don't know how far away. I'm sure in Blue Island, Amtrak or Metro goes through there and their yard, but as far as I'm concerned, from here to Blue Island, it's only single track, and there's only so many sidings, and Amtrak does not run on either of them. But once you get closer to Blue Island, obviously you're going to see that type of stuff because it's a big ass part of Illinois, and Chicago. It's a suburb of Chicago, so you're going to see a lot of that. But for the time being, Amtrak and Iowa Interstate have never crossed each other. Who knows when that will change?
If Amtrak is the reason a train is late, I'm gonna be really upset. If Iowa Interstate ever goes and they're like, all right, Amtrak, how much money? How much money are you gonna give us so you guys can run the fast trains when we're trying to run our trains? Like, well, it's gonna be delayed a little bit. I wouldn't blame them if they ever did, because they need. I'm not saying they're in financial ruin, but I'm sure the extra money helps out when rolling the
Was that Amtrak?
No, Iowa.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean I'll be happy about it when it happens. If it screws up the scheduling that's already screwed up enough for Iowa Interstate Freight. But that's rail fanning for you. Such a great hobby, especially when it comes to winter time. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll move closer to the tracks. So I don't even have to. I can just walk home. Oh, I'm kind of cold. Let me just go inside for 2 seconds. Can't do that.
That would be living the dream.
It would. Get my own heated tent, something. Get a pickup truck with a camper on the back for the bed. Have a whole camper right there, just a tiny little thing just to get by.
I did that. I had a little Blue Ranger,
Well, there you go.
and it had a topper, and I had basically a little apartment in the back. little bed, a little bedding, and a little kerosene lantern, a little Mr. Buddy space heater made out of kerosene.
And these two spots are taking forever to dry. All this other glue is perfectly clear. I think that's fine. Let's get that. Does Hudson Bay Railway carry intermodal? I don't think Hudson Bay is a thing anymore. But if it is, I don't know. Because that engine that you see over here is owned by the Illinois Railway. I think they've leased it out to other companies. Like, I think I want to say that particular engine has been with every Class 3 or Class 1, whatever you call it. What's the bigger ones? Is that
It's been owned by UP, BNSF, CSX. It's been all over the place. It's
yeah.
been around the block a time or two. You know what I mean? You know,
But
put on gloves before you work on the transmission is what I'm saying.
I'll move over here. But the thing with Illinois Railway is they're not like Iowa Interstate. They don't run freight trains, as far as I'm concerned. They switch out for industries that just so happens to be on their line. So to answer your question, no, they do not
Now,
do
that
intermodal.
particular engine actually is part of a dedicated route. This services Northern White Sands over on Plank Road by Sapp Brothers.
If they need the extra horsepower.
Yeah.
Sometimes they do. The Illinois Railway will pull some strings to get some really high horsepowered engines for Northern White Sands. I've seen a few BNSF very fairly new Gevos just shown in Northern White Sands. I asked my buddy Mark about it. I'm like, how did this happen? He was like, oh, the Illinois Railway was helping out the place because they needed some extra power for the long line of cars they use. I'm like, oh, so what? They just grab whatever? They're like, yeah. If they need extra engines, they'll just talk to someone, get some extra ones. I think the trains that go through Mendota into Metrazone. I don't know. I'm not really familiar with Metro. I barely even know Amtrak. You know what I know about Amtrak? They're usually never on time.
Yeah, they do. They go to the same stations. Because I mean, I've gone from Amtrak to Metro at the same station. Like Lyle, Illinois, I believe is one of them.
I don't know about Mendota though.
No,
I'm not
Mendota's
sure.
just Amtrak.
No, I think he's saying, does the Amtrak go into Metro territory from Mendota?
I would say yes, because it goes all the way to Chicago.
Oh, well then yeah,
Yeah,
definitely. 'Cause I think
100%,
Metro is way more popular the further.
But it's like the
There you
same
go.
station, but not necessarily the same line.
You call 'em late, never call 'em late to dinner. Is that the expression?
Right?
That's Amtrak. You always show up when it's like there's only one person waiting for the train. It's always funny though. We like to joke about Amtrak. We will stop making jokes about Amtrak the day that they actually have their trains show up when they're supposed to.
Yeah,
It happened the one time in Princeton.
the day they show up on time. Yeah, I was blown away. They were like on the minute.
Yeah, it's like when there was a full moon the night after.
Right? About a lottery ticket that day.
All right, this is going to be a question for me and you. What do you hate more, CN or CP?
Well, see them, obviously.
You don't have to even.
Yeah.
And it should be pretty. I guess it really is.
I mean, Illinois Central and Gulf, and Illinois Central, like, they're pretty iconic lines. That, you know, it's what Illinois had. And it was a major line, a major regional line.
They literally were the first company to connect Illinois to Louisiana.
I mean, sure, I get it why they did it. You know, that's what companies do.
It doesn't mean we have to be happy about it though.
It doesn't mean they're happy about it.
We don't have to agree with what they make,
Mhm.
what they do, their decisions. Or Illinois Central.
I wonder if we should put the switch right here. I know we can make it work.
Me personally, Canadian Pacific, they took Kansas City from us, but at the same time they connected 3 continents, so like good for you guys, but seriously, you just couldn't have stayed in Canada. I've seen one Canadian Pacific engine in my life, and I had to cut that part out of the video because I was flipping the engine off, telling it to, and I quote, "Get out of here, go back home." Well, we grabbed the switch. I'm gonna go over here for a second. What are you thinking, Barry? You look like you're brainstorming some ideas here.
Yeah. I just think if we move the switch a little bit further back, kind of change this curve here, hold it up a little bit, it'll make it a lot easier to get transition trains onto this area.
I mean, you're the expert.
Okay.
Are
Yeah.
you?
Oh yeah, I'm the expert.
Or are you not the expert between
Yeah.
me and you?
I'm just trying to. Oh. I'm just trying to find the most efficient use of the track and make sure all the codes are the same and everything. Like
Except we're not the same color, those two.
code.
Color, look. No, I'm saying they're
Yeah.
definitely not the same color. I'm not talking
They're different code. So
seriously.
we can make that work.
Oh, you're right. Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, I was using mark elevations, but kind of doing the elevation rough. Like there's a few spots where it's kind of feels like it more naturally feels and it follows the natural grade of the earth. But this is as far as I'm going to get started.
We got somewhere. Is I winner? Oh, wait. Okay. Shit.
I'm going to go digging through
No.
my basement and my porch and see what other stuff I have.
Iowa Interstate does not go through Mendota, unfortunately. They don't branch out that way. The only part that they branch out to that's not in a straight line is they branch out to Peoria. We got an interchange with Norfolk Southern over there. Other than that, straight line through Iowa and Illinois.
All right, well, thanks for watching us again tonight. We'll be around again tomorrow.
Shits and noodles.
I don't know if it was such a little while, man.
I didn't say right. We haven't had a train on the track
Oh,
all the way out for like ever. Look at that. Do not fall into it. There you go. 2-2. Like the steam engine. This is fun.
you want to energize it?
No.
What's the transformer?
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah, what's the transformer?
I guess I'll go grab the transformer. Mike, you must not this thing.
Right.
I was just hoping all these cords are long enough. Actually, yeah, they are, because that's what it was hooked up originally, so I hope so. Man. Just gonna put it in its normal corner. This is the designated corner for the transformer only.
That's right where you can put it, yeah.
Or when you wire to it. See if I can untangle this.
Here, probably.
Okay. Just rips it apart.
Here, just bring the transformer over here.
Right.
We'll reach. Hey, please leave the picture over. Put it right back where it was. Let's see the cords. Oh,
Now that I think about it, we should probably, if we're gonna run a train, shouldn't we just use an actual good runner?
let's see how this works.
It works.
Yep. There you go.
Get out the way.
Yeah, that's the deal.
Go back. Well, that's the first train that's been on the track in a while.
This is better than the first one we ever did. The
Yeah.
first one, the track was dirty. This is brand new. Still wet glue track.
Scrap that black steamer.
Just making sure he wasn't saying.
Oh, jeez.
Let me see that cheese. Oh. Sure that looks right. Oh, right, I forgot. Always turn them off. Oh, it started Tokyo drifted. Steam engines are not safe. That is hilarious.
Oh, the wheels are too wide.
That explains a lot. I think. Trying to figure out why it feels like it wouldn't sit on the track.
Yep.
Energized?
Yep.
Wobbling an awful lot.
No, it's a wobbler.
Yeah, but
I think we got a bent axle.
it's. We gotta bet something.
Yeah, alternative work, fix it.
There we go.
But hey, that's great. We're gonna let this dry overnight.
You guys got to experience what they did.
Monday when I come back, I'll have better soldering done.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah, today's Saturday, obviously, but Sunday he's being a turd. He's not coming over.
Yeah.
Which is tomorrow.
I got human maintenance to take care of at home. And
That's what he calls it.
yeah.
And then Monday he works, so that'd be around.
Anywhere between 4 o'clock or 4:30
And until this layout's finished, going to be a lot of live streams.
but we're hoping to lay down, 10 feet of track a night. 9,
Which
10
sounds kind of crappy, but you got to work with what you can. This is what happens on the weekends. You get a lot more done
Yeah.
because he's off. But I don't have a job anymore, so I could just, if I had the knowledge, I could do it all myself.
I got some stuff to do tomorrow that I can organize it maybe. Where I have like a few hours that I can leave the house, and if I do, I'm going to come down and we're going to do some paleontology on the Trestle Bridge.
Oh God. Oh yeah.
All right, give me a hug, boy.
Yep.
Have a good night.
You too.
Good night, everybody. Good night, DBC.
Thanks for sticking around for another hour and 30 minutes. Yeah, better than 4 hours, right?
Yep. All right, see you later.
See ya. Look at that. It's 5 o'clock too, so I can plug my phone in for an hour and wait to go watch a train.
Perfect time.
It is. It really is. Well, I guess I'll go stop the hyperlapse. Got my phone. That'd be nice. It's a little warm. Has a tendency of doing that. Well, there you go. I mean, you guys got to witness it first. He will be back. You better. I expect it now. This is the second time you've shown up. So it's like you've made an expectation for yourself to show up at some point. But hey, you guys got to witness. This is quite literally behind the scenes because you can't really see it. The my tripod I use for recording trains was set up over there on hyperlapse. And what I'm doing is I've been recording this whole process, and on hyperlapse it doesn't pick up audio. And what we'll do is when we get done with all of this, it's probably going to end up being
a probably close over 10-20 minute video, but that video is in progress because I'm gonna just, when we get completely finished with the track, we'll do it in stages. And that video will go up when we're all done with the track, and then after that, when we start working on the supports, the structural integrity of it all, that will be a whole nother probably long video. And then we'll just have an intro, and at the end we'll talk about it and be like, well, shit, here we are, like however many days later, and just talk about what we all did. But with all that being said, it's kind of unfortunate that we have to go again, but yeah, got stuff to do. Like I said, it's 5 o'clock. I go charge my phone. I always put it on charge for a good hour before I go down and watch the real Iowa Interstate. And last time I said that out loud, it didn't show up until about 10 o'clock. So hopefully I'm not going to get screwed over again. Please show up early, Iowa. But I really hope it does, because I really don't have anything else to post a video about, which is why this is a live stream, because I try and post daily if I can. But obviously, if Iowa Interstate doesn't want to show up, that's going to be a little difficult to do. But with all that being said, I appreciate everyone for coming back. I mean you. But yeah, I guess I'm gonna go end it off again. But like I said, we'll be back in 2 days. In terms of live stream, but I'll try and record Iowa Interstate the best I can tonight. But I will see you guys in the next live stream. Thank you for tuning in. Boop.